TANSI. Hello, TANSI. How is everyone? I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Now, let me know if you're on here or not. Let's get some, wait for some people here. And we'll put that into that. And let's see. Um, how is everyone? Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing some love. And here we have thunder showers right now. And goodness, had that there. And let me see, where is it? There I am. There. All right. All right. Now, okay. How is everybody? Oh, goodness. Look at my hair. I tried sleeping and I couldn't. I wanted to try to take a nap and I couldn't. So, we had, for the past 30 minutes, thunder. And we have one large cloud, one large open from these large clouds. And trying to bring in the sun, but there's a black cloud there. Anyway, how can I bring this down? Nope, nope. Goodness. Oh. There we go. All right. Let me introduce myself again and let's start this over. Take 2. Hi, I'm Elder Medicine Bear Claw, and I hope you all are doing well. And yes, I hear back east are going to be having some nasty storms. I hope if you're investigating the area, you have a raincoat and rain boots on. And those who have protect your medicine bag, you can leave it on the outside. But if you prefer to leave it inside, that's fine. The only thing I ask you is just be careful. Now, there are some things I did want to speak about. My granddaughter that it's in the Air Force, she said that the weather is very crazy, and when she was up flying her bird, that's what we call the bird, she said she could see little lightnings and thunder ahead. I said, don't you get scared? She says, no, it excites me. I said, you are my granddaughter. She says that it's beautiful up there, and sometimes she says it's peaceful. She says I'm reaching out to the Creator. She says she tells me every time when she's up there flying that things are beautiful. Tansei Sparky, greetings. How are you, sweetheart? I just send out some protection medicine bags, and I also have Richie's in And Rojos, as like I said, there's a smudge kit, 2 medicine bags, and 2 gifts for their wives, because that's what I believe. I believe in sharing and giving things that they need, for protection. And the wives, give them a little taste of the native jewelry. So I hope everyone is doing good. Now, excuse me, I did have a list, but I think I end up throwing it away. But I do want to say this. I got a couple emails, and they said they were on a couple channels, and they were hearing me in there when I was typing. Like again, when I sit and I am in deep meditation and I am out, share out with Facebook. Thank you, sweetheart. That if they're investigating a certain area here in the States, I'm going to be there. I'm going to help you guide. I'm going to guide you. I have not misled anyone. I believe I do my job correctly to help many people. Sometimes some channels think of it different, and that's okay with me. But if you have a friend that it's a medium or a psychic, I don't like to interfere. You can have them. My technique is a lot different than theirs. Um, and many of them have contacted me asking me, a lot of questions. How do I end up being there, and do I get drained? I do get drained because I'm using a lot of my energy. And I'm asking the Creator, Mother Earth, give me the power. But again, if people are being aggressive with the satangas, it is not proper. Then I can feel them, and I can tell you exactly how far away they are. Now, I'm only going to do about an hour because I do want to at least try to take a nap for 30 minutes, because I was in Zoom meetings taking care of some things. And thank you. Thank you. She loves the Air Force, and I have my grandson, my other oldest grandson. He loves the Marines, and he's a captain. He just got back from tour. He does tells me. He sends me messages that they are in the field, and he tells me, I've seen tracks. Will you believe? Because he just came back from Korea, and he was like telling me, he says the villages there or I would not want my wife or my family there. I said, be careful what you say, because you can be permanent over there too. But he was scouting with some of the people that they were training there, and he says he couldn't believe the prints that he's got. And he said they were really like a 17-inch and about 8 wide, he said. And he said the toes are very long and not as thick, because I was trying to figure what was it. He said that he also found a dogman's print, and he asked me, he goes, do they urinate on the tree just like our regular dogs? And I said, yes, they do. Okay, he goes, well, Nishna, Nana, Grandma, don't get mad. I peed on it. I said, oh my goodness, you sound like all the other people that go out and investigate. You want to aggravate, get them really excited, don't you? And he just laughs and he says, well, I had a couple of days off when we got back, and I flew into Arizona. I went and saw my dad up in the mountain because he's a firefighter, forest firefighter. And he was telling me, he goes, well, we'll be calling you. And I said, okay. So like, I think it was like 10 hours later, I get a phone call and it's 2:30, 2:25 in the morning. It's my son and my grandson. And they were out investigating in his area. They were going up to the cabin. And I said, what are you guys doing? He goes, well, you always said they're more active. And oh, yes, it is. You want to listen. So I'm maybe surprised he even got service, because in certain areas that there isn't, you have to have a satellite phone. I heard some holla. Some of them were actually like being playful. And he says, we don't understand something. I said, what do you don't understand? He says, well, you can hear them bark, and then you can hear a roar. I got the bark would be the dog. The roar would be like from the Satangas. He says, okay, but this has had a little squeak to it. Then it can be a juvenile or a female. And as he said they were walking up towards the ridge, and he was saying, he goes, I think they had saw us. I said, okay, well, I know I could barely hear you, so. And then my son says, I'll call you on the satellite phone. I said, okay. So he called me on the satellite phone, and everything was quiet. Now, when things are quiet, then something is very close. Now, it's either the birds or the squirrels will be chattering. And these are the ones that let you know there is something very close. Tansi, Bob, and Maddie. Much love, much love. I hope Maddie is doing better. I have been praying really hard on her. And then I told him, I says, I'll put you on speaker, and I'm going to sit on the couch, and I'm going to smudge myself real quick. And no, Mom, don't do that. You're going to get drained. And, every time you do, you get sick. Well, I do sometimes, not all the time, get sick. So I actually did. I sat there. And my son says, Mama's here. And my grandson couldn't see me, but my son said he saw me. Now, my son has also got a good gift. And his gift is that he was able to see like the spirits, if it's floating or walking. Because, there's many spirits that walk on Mother Earth. And he's like, look at the fifth tree to the right and then go up. So there I was sitting, and my legs are dangling like this, because this helps me to balance and everything I hear. And sure enough, my grandson said, but she looks like she's a ghost. Those who can see me, and then I try to allow them to see me, and it's true that you can. Because what I do is I really use all my energy in the tree's energy, because I look for the highest energy in the tree. Those trees are what gives you more energy. Even if you're investigating a certain area, that would help you. And then when I did, I was talking to them in my language. And my grandson understands, but he doesn't speak it. He says it's too hard. The dialogue is too hard. But I told him, 20 yards, there is a big juvenile. And my grandson and my son, they like squat down, and they're like trying to scan the area. and it was at like 1 o'clock to them. And he seen it, and my grandson said, "Holy bump, bump!" And my son says, "Son, calm down." And he stood up. And when he stood up, he was 8 foot tall. His shoulders were big, but as we get down to here, it's fit, like, not skinny but fit. And my son says, "See, you see him? Now watch." He put a banana. He had put a cookie, and then he and opened those little travel peanut butters. He took it out and left it there, and he goes, "Now let's walk away." I seen him as he was coming. He seen me, and all I kept hearing is like I'm not supposed to be there. I said, "Okay." I leave. I leave. Then I came back quietly back here, and my son had closed the satellite phone because he doesn't really want them to use a phone as the portal, because there's enough already that they all use around. All right, I see people putting stuff. Sparky says, "From an old army guy, second ID vet, 2 tours on the DMZ of Korea, telling him I understand what he's talking." Yeah, I've talked to my grandson when he was there, and I mean, the connection was very poor, but he says, "Do you want me to bring you something here?" And I said, "No, I am good. If you want to do something good, give the village something so they could all share it." And he said, "Okay." So he went and paid this little restaurant for 40 dishes just to give each home something to eat. And he said that, him and his friends, excuse me, him and his friends were really, really surprised at how grateful they were. But he said the only thing that tore him inside is to watch these young ones holding the guns. He goes, there weren't an M16. They weren't. He says these were actually real heavy guns, and I believe it. But when you come from a poor country and they have your children, the youngest children, to help fight battle, that's very hard. And I know a lot of um, places, countries, villages go through many things too. But you know what? They also see many star people, the Satangas, and shapeshifters. There are all over the world, and sometimes they don't understand, just as like we don't understand why they're here. But they were here before us, and we have to respect that. We share this earth with them. I feel that when the Creator says it's time, and those who want to continue doing what they do and know them, I feel they will share that journey with you. And to this day, I still believe it. I know that many people have a hard time understanding what a Bigfoot can do, or what can a researcher can do for everyone. Many researchers, investigators, when they do investigate a certain area, they say, "Oh, I understand what you're going through. Oh, I've been there." Okay, it's good that you understand. It's good that you've been there, but don't keep repeating after, because if you're not understanding really, then you're not the one that knows. Then you're having these images that other people told you. But see, again, and it's hard if you don't know. Ask. Brother JP, welcome, welcome. Now, paranormal has to do with a lot of shadow people, spiritual. You see orbs. Also, you see beings, which are like little lightnings, light floating around. But you know that when one passes, for example, Mama Rainfeather says, "Oh, when I die, a part of you will see me, but I'm gonna also be where I want to continue my investigations." So, and I believe that. Now, she has scared quite a few of my relatives. She does go back to Canada. She does go back to Alaska. And she still goes wandering around with Mother Earth. She has told me many times that I am going to continue what I did and what I have done to help everyone and to explain to the creatures why we are interested. And I believe she has been doing that. You know, okay, I'll tell you a story. I think I was about 17. We went to Alaska. We went to go visit one of her relatives. And there they have a gifting area. Now, this gifting area, we had a hike up about 15 miles up and then going down. And it looked like a valley to me because the way that we had to go up and then go down, and then to the left it's like land with some trees. And I said, you know what would look really nice here is a cabin. When I went there with Mama Rainbow, there was no cabin. 2 years later, there's a cabin there. But you would also see handprints. Now they're like wide like this, but one finger, I could put two of my fingers together. That's how big one finger was. And the thumb was, more like this. But it was very long also. So we looked at the cabin and went inside. You could just see that they were like trying to, because the images were down and you could see like they're trying to look. But they didn't destroy it though. They did, you see logs for the fire that goes inside. You see the logs all over the place, like the young were playing. Then we found the basket where they keep the chickens. No, the chickens were gone, but the baskets were there. So half the time when we stay there, you can hear them play. You can hear them breaking branches, and it was very exciting. I mean, she says, let's go outside. I said, no, I'm not ready. Nope. No matter what, you're going to learn. You're going to go into it more. We did. And then we brought our lanterns to look, and we're looking down. I said, what is this? What kind of foot is this? That's a three-toe. And were showing me more and more. Then we came to a bed, a nested bed area. And Mama Rainford thought the tree, that big old pine tree that was right there, I mean, you could put three of us together. That's how wide it was. It wasn't there no more. But when we went a little more, like, I'll say 50 yards, it was there. Because it had my name on it. That's how I know. And I go, hey, well, maybe something shifted. She says, no. And I'm looking and Well, the dirt is all up. And she says, stand in there. Okay, I took my boots off and I stood in there. I could just feel the energy is so alive. And I'm like, wow. And my hair was standing up. Even the little hairs that I have, they were like standing up. And I said, I can't believe I feel like energy's right here. And she goes, you know what? That's what you're feeling. And if you turn around slowly and then like you're going to wipe the dirt off your feet, look under your arm. And I did, and there was two little ones behind me. So Mama Rainfeather, do you want to sit here? I said, yes. So we sat there and her and I were talking, and we said, you want to join us? And all you kept hearing, little puppy noise. And I'm like, I think maybe the Satangas will be a little upset because we didn't ask permission. So we did. We said, maybe allow us to have permission to speak with the young ones. We sat there, and Mama Rainfeather and I were signing and waiting for them to come. And we said, Netwa letka no kwashta. So to come to us, we're not going to hurt you. And then I didn't have my bag on. I had left it in the cabin. And she says, are you okay? And I said, yeah, but I feel funny. Now there was like little green orbs going around. And she says, stay still. I stood still. And I swear on Mother Earth, I felt someone touching my back. And I went, oh my goodness, you're tickling me. And then all you can hear was, and I was like, tears coming down because I was so overjoyed with it. And Mama Rainfeather's over there putting up tobacco. And she says, let's sing. So we will sing, e ha no hai, e ha no hai, hua ne hoa, e o no hai, e o no hai, ki ai o wa. Means, in other words, we're singing to the children of the Mother Earth spirits. And you can hear it like rocking. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Then it stopped, got quiet, and we didn't hear anything anymore. So I just stood there and I said, I'm going to try and walk with them. I did. I was able to watch where they were and I walked through them, and they told me no. So I had to go back because I didn't have permission. From that day on, I've always asked permission. I had to apologize because then they left. Mama Rainfeather was laughing at me. She says, I told you. You didn't listen. You know that. You know what we do. And so right away she was smoking her peace pipe. And I said, you're blowing me away. Mama Rainfeather have always smoked her wacky backy. And she had to the day she died. I told her, I said, I wonder if you scared him with that smell. She don't know. They use the same thing for medicine. And when they see it out and growing in the wild, because someone's throw seeds or something, or they bring seeds, they also use it to eat and also for medicine. That is awesome. And yes, some of the areas where when you were seeing it, that is hard. 8 to 10 years of caring in my community. Spiritual spots. Yep. Let's see. Um, oh, Griff. How are you, sweetheart? I'm sorry I didn't see you. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions for me? Sound wave. Awesome. That's good. That is real good. I've seen some of your videos. And also, too, when you're in there, when you were showing an area to your left, there was, as you guys call it, the grass man or hairy man. But I call him Sapungas. Oh, yeah? Yeah, this one had a very, I mean, the hand was really big, but I mean, one finger is two. That, and it's crazy because the last time I actually got a good handprint, that was over back home on the res, and my clan there, it was an older one. Oh, sorry. Tansei, CP, and Nicole, welcome. Um, Earlier, I was going to go live this morning, but I was a little tired and I had some business I had to take care of. Excuse me. And my husband's been wanting fried bread tacos. So it takes me a while to make the fried masa, the dough. And I already shredded the chicken, so couldn't end my YouTube video way I wanted. Then edit it problem, so and the grasshopper got tired of working. All right. I do want to say this, that there is many storms coming back east. Please be careful. Make sure you have enough water and food for you and the family. There has been told that like tornadoes, how are you going to say? They might be hearing the horns blowing, but then listen to the TV. I will let you know. If it is a heavy one, then it will. But I know that there's going to be some light ones. So just actually be very careful. Make sure your windows are closed. And if it starts to get really windy and heavy, make sure your windows are in your cars, and please, your animals. Now, if you're in a farm, put them in the barn. If not, then if they're used to being out there, then that's fine. But I don't want to hear about any of the animals being, swept away. There was something else. I'm trying to remember the lady. There is a lady that lives over here by the reservoir. She says that she would like me to come and look because she sees traps, a big barefoot print, she said, and she's never seen them before. So I'm I'm gonna go probably this weekend and see, because my clan does travel around here. They even told me that there's trees being pulled 3 miles from here, and they do go there and they do eat. So I have to make sure that they are safe around here. But they do follow the canal or the power lines. That is very true. They do. They hmm, okay. I'm hearing. Okay. Well, everything seems to be going good so far. And okay. Does anybody have any questions at all? Also, too, I have been cutting out some hide to make some more bags. I believe Henry said he wanted a big one, but I'm gonna have to ask for again what he really wants. I know he needs some bear root, and I do have extra. I just pulled them out of the box. And the protection medicine bags are $100. So that includes shipping. And also, I always send something extra. But I do appreciate how everyone contacts me. Hey, are you going to go live? Or, hey, are you okay? I haven't heard from you. Um, I do apologize. I've just been trying to get some rest and kind of sneak in a nap here and there. Because at night I toss and turn because I'm always listening and my mind goes because I'm either someone's trying to contact me for something and I tell them I can't, I'm trying to sleep. But especially if you have a clan that comes and visit, and believe me, they will come out and play, come out and sit here with us and talk, or um, they're hungry. You know, I do leave food for them because they come and they go. Some stay a week, and my husband says, "Oh, your family's here. I can smell them. Can't you tell them to use some soap?" I can really try to tell them that, but they'll laugh at me like, we don't use soap. They do go in the water, but they don't wash themselves. Now, another person had told me something. I'm gonna where is it at? Oh, hi. My name is Patty. Patty Griff. Griff, do you know Patty? Her name is Patty Griff. I was watching your video a couple days ago, and you were speaking about Bigfoots. You called them Satangos, or you said tribal people. We have many names for them. Anyway, she says here, my dad said that he had seen a Bigfoot when he was about 30 years old. I was just a baby by that time. Anyway, he said it looked like a man, but he had some fur, not a lot. And that You could see the muscles in his calves, you could see the muscles in his stomach, and you can see the muscles in his chest and back too. Is this true? Is this how the Bigfoots look like? Can anybody answer me that question? Do you think that's how they look like, or what do you think? Then she says, P.S. How can I get a hold? It's a joke, she says. How can I get his number? I told my dad as I got older. Man, he must have been handsome. That's my dream lover. Wow, remarkable. Oh, too much. I remember how upset my squirrel was after the hurricane. Hair was messed. She was so shaken until started to feeding her. Oh yeah, it does. Got to go. Charge. And I toss it. Yeah. Um, I have to tell myself it is not time to allow my mind to wander. It's time to settle and relax. So what I do is, instead of listening to my flute or the drums, I listen to the rain to help me. So, but it's very smoothing, and it helps. Believe me. The My clan had also taught me that when you feel very you're having pain. Now your palm, the left palm, said to rub all the way down, also to help you with anxiety. And then she told me too is, you know, your finger, rub it around like this. Not pop your knuckles, your fingers. Go all the time clockwise. And then you can do it the same way. You want to go, oh, yeah, that way. I forgot. And then again, you do it like 4 times. So it's 2 times and 2 times equal 4. And that would help you calm down. It helps your nerve just by doing that. Yes, they do all look different, and they're all not the same. They all have different color eyes. They all have a different tone, hair tone. They're all tall, big, and I've seen a little chunky one too. So, okay. Well, everybody, I think I am going to cut it up because I still have to make the dough. Cut the tomatoes, the onions, cilantro, and parsley, and then the garlic. I like to smash up the garlic and put it inside the fry bed. So that way it has like a little taste. And I know that when I make it, I want to make sure the dough is squeezable. Anyway, if you're a newcomer, I thank you very much for coming. Subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the videos. Excuse me. feel like I got a burp. I don't want to do it. I will be doing a couple short videos. My grandson had sent me some pictures of him. I enjoy posting them too. Him and his baby girl. He's so excited at being a father. So, thank you everyone for joining me this short time. But I will go live tomorrow morning and will smudge myself, smudge you all in prayers. Okay? Now, please, everyone, be kind to yourself. Remember to love yourself because you are important. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of the others? Okay? I love you all. Thank you for coming and watching me here on live. I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Many blessings. Bye bye.